Critics have new information in the fight over where to run a massive new hydro line. The NDP is planning to put it on the west side of Lake Winnipeg, a roundabout route that will avoid an environmentally sensitive area, but will be much more expensive than building on the east side. Now, a respected group of engineers says the Doer government's plan makes no sense. Global's Mike Brown reports.
East side, west side. The transmission line debate rages on. And now a group of Manitoba engineers is wading in. In a letter to the Premier, they say, with the public interest as our highest consideration, request that the government reconsider its decision.
We're just very unsure about the technical background and why these decisions were made. It doesn't seem to make too much sense from our point of view.
The engineers say they felt it was their responsibility to speak out.
Confirms what we've been told off the record by lots of engineers, including people at Manitoba Hydro.
With new ammunition in hand, the opposition asked the Premier the question again.
Will he heed the advice of the 8 eminent engineers?
And the answer, Gary Doer admits, east costs least.
If you could ever build it, if you could ever get permission and not be tied up in courts for decades, there's no question a straight line is cheaper.
Now, for Manitobans that are kind of looking at this and don't really care, west side, east side, you should. It's going to cost an extra $500 to $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in this province.
The issues of customer relations, the revenue of $800 million a year is very important to factor in relative to the capital cost of one time only $400 million extra.
The Tories say, including electricity lost on a longer west side hydro line, the bill is closer to $1 billion, and say the east side is an easier sell.
So where these protesters are coming from that the Premier seems to be having nightmares about, I don't know.
The engineers want answers too. Unless you can publicly provide compelling and cogent reasons for the west side choice, we urge you to reconsider. In addition to cost, line loss affects energy use.
And the proper use of energy.
Currently a hot issue. Mike Brown, Global News.
Now, if that plan is approved, the so-called Bipole Iii line should be carrying electricity through the province by 2017.